Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're making this keychain. So obvious colors, red, white, and blue is the American way. This is all 4-weight yarn, and it's just scrap size because it is so small. It measures, this measures 3 inches by 3 inches. You're also going to need one of these, which means you're going to need some pliers. Now this is a jewelry making kit that I bought years ago from Michael's. I think I only paid like 20 bucks for it. And so you're going to need a couple of tools, because you're going to need to, so I'm going to show you what I use. My needle nose, and then some pliers, because we need to open up one of these links, hook it, and then close the link so it stays. So that is what's on the agenda today. So I am going to use my 4.5 G7 hook for this project. So we start with blue. We are building this in amigurumi, which means no slip stitching, no chaining, but you will need a stitch marker. And we're going to start with a magic ring of 6 single crochets. So if you don't like the magic ring, you can do a chain 2 and put 6 single crochets into that first stitch. And you can pull it closed. It'll look the exact same if you're doing the chain 2. So no slip stitching, no chaining 1. We go straight into the stitch. Our next round is going to be 2 single crochets in each stitch around. So after your first stitch, that's where the marker goes. Stitch number 2 can go into the same space. 2 single crochets in each space all the way around gives you a total of 12 stitches. So pull your middle closed nice and tight. Your next round is going to be 3 single crochets and an increase. This brings you up to 15 stitches. And that is as far as we're going for increases. So that's number 1. Oops. That's number 2, number 3. And then your next stitch gets the increase of 2 single crochets in the same space. And repeat. So you can flip this around. For the next 2 rows, you're just going to put 1 single crochet in each of these 15 stitches. So that's my 2 rows. I'm going to fasten off with a sewing tail, just enough to sew to the other hump after I make it. There we go. So that's hump number 1. Our next hump starts with red, but we're going to be doing red, white, red, white, red, white. So you are going to need both of these colors, but we start with red, and we're going to do a magic ring of 6 single crochets, or the chain 2 and 6 single crochets into the first stitch. Again, your first round is going to be with red, 2 single crochets in each stitch. At the end of this round is when we're going to switch to white. So 2 single crochets in each stitch brings you up to 12 stitches. So I'm on my last stitch, and I'm going to go to white. So I'm going to do my regular tying for the color change, but I'm not going to cut off my red. I'm going to keep my red attached. To make sure we're going to pull this middle closed. So with white, and I'm going to weave in my middle, you're going to do 3 single crochets and an increase. That's number 1. That's 3 single crochets, and then this stitch gets the increase of 2 single crochets in the same space, and repeat. So I'm going to go back to red. So, let me explain. This first round is going to be 1 row. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to split the blue with the white, which on an American flag, the blue is split with white. So that's why this is 1 row and these are 2 rows. But to the eye, your eye will go to the entire thing and you won't even notice this, because I bet you never noticed it before I told you about it. So I'm only doing the 1 row of white. The rest of this I do 2 rows of white. So let's change back to red. It's still hanging here. Keep your white still hanging here. And now with red, I want you to do 2 rows of 1 single crochet in each of these 15 stitches. So that is the end of my 2 rows. Do not fasten off here because we need to stay attached. That's why we're still attached with our white, because we need to keep crocheting. But we gotta sew this blue hump to the red hump. So we kinda gotta move everything out of the way. Take your blue hump. So I'm going to go in right next to my stitch marker, and using 3 stitches, I'm going to sew these two together. Then I'm going to go in and make my last knot. So I'll take that out. So that is what you should have. So now that you've got these two tied together, I'm going to go into my next stitch, which is red. And I'm going to change to blue. We're only going to be on the blue for a short while. We're not going to have to deal with 3 colors. So you won't see this one color change written in the pattern. You'll just see the body of the heart and then change to blue. And with blue, we're going to do 13 single crochets. So that's 13 into my sew spot. And now I'm going to change to white. So pull down on this white just so it's not pulling. Get that blue out of the way. And with white you're going to do 12 single crochets. This is my 12th stitch. This is what you should have. You can cut this blue off, I'm pretty sure. I do not use it again. So this blue can get cut off. So your next round is going to be 1 single crochet with your white in each stitch around. So mark that as number 1. So that's 25 stitches for me. Get my blue out of the way, it's getting all tangled. So you can start stuffing this at any time you want. But we're gonna start decreasing now, but first we need to change to red. So on this last stitch, we're gonna go to red. And with red, you're going to do 3 single crochets and a decrease. This will bring it down to 20 stitches. So I'm doing invisible decreases, which are done in the front loops. I'll show you again. That's 3. And then front loop, front loop. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through, and finish the stitch. So that's our decrease. Before we switch colors again, our next round is just going to be 1 single crochet in each of these 20 stitches, and then we can start to stuff. So this is my last stitch, and I'm going to go to white, and then I'm going to stuff. So if you have to pull across, like I weaved mine in a bit, but if you have to pull across, just make sure you pull it down. So I'm going to stuff mine a little bit. So for now, I just got my humps stuffed. So with white, we're going to do 2 single crochets and a decrease, and then weave in my red just probably for the 1 stitch, just to kind of keep it secure. So that's 1 single crochet, that's 2 single crochets, and then your decrease. This will bring you down to 15 stitches. So keep them with the white. Your next round is going to be 1 single crochet in each of these 15 stitches. And then we'll switch back to red. So our color changes should still be in the middle. At the back, because this is the front. Because the blue's on this side of the flag. So on my last stitch, I'm going to go back to red. I'm going to weave in my white for 1 stitch. And I'm going to do 1 single crochet and a decrease with my red, bringing me down to 10 stitches. So that's 1 single crochet, and then you jump right into your decrease. Alright, let's get stuffing again, as we're going to end up closing this up. So I'm going to get a hook that's got a rubber end, because I just want to make sure this is stuffed correctly. So you can cut off your white and get that poked down in here for safekeeping. And we end off with decrease 5 times. So you can just probably count your decreases. Sorry, I'm going off camera. That's my 5th decrease. Super duper small. But we need to put a point on this, so fasten off. And again, if you can get some stuffing down here, which you probably can't get much. But we are going to be pulling this, cinching it, and then pulling it to take some of this out. Pulling this into a point. So if you can manage to get the rest of that filled, so you're going to go in the front loop of the first stitch and out the front loop of the second stitch for the cinch. Do it one more time and then pull. Now pull up because we want to put a point on the end of this. Now you're going to pop across to secure with a knot. And then do it the other way. Secure with a knot. Now my knots I like to pull back and forth. And that is your heart. So when you go back in to kind of weave a little bit, just don't pull very hard and take that point away. Alright. Here we go. There is our small little heart. So now we have to put all the white little stars all over the blue. So just get an extra piece of white. So it doesn't really matter where you come in. It just matters where you pop out. It doesn't matter where you start. So you're just going to make stars. So if I go up here, then I got to pop out here. So then I'm just going to do this. And this. And then move on to the next spot. So just do it all over the place. Alright. So once you're done, we can get your keychain thing on. So, first things first, find where the two ends meet. So my two ends meet right there. if I can bring you down closer. That's as close as I can bring you. So my two ends meet right here. So I am just going to open those. So I just opened it. And now I'm just going to find a piece of yarn. You don't need multiples. And then I'm just going to close it up again. Oops, went too far. So once I've closed it, you still kind of want to squeeze it together this way, just to make sure it's super closed. And there you go. So that's how you connect one of those things. And there you have it. So, thanks for joining me, guys. Quick little video. I hope you like it. I'll see you in the next video.